perfect.
What time is it?
I have no idea.
Is it still the morning or is it the afternoon?
It's morning still.
It's morning.
It's still morning here in sunny Ontario.
Okay. Good morning, everybody, and thanks again for tuning in to the 2018 Quidditch Canada National Championships. I'm Calder Schweitzer.
And I'm Isaiah Williams, and this is the Nationals in Hamilton, Ontario 2018.
This match sees the University of Guelph Gryphons clashing with Queen's University. This is a matchup that did happen yesterday in pool play. Ended up coming out in favor of the Gryphons, but it was a very close game. If I recall, it was in range, which is pretty par for the course for these two. Definitely a very even-matched couple squads, so it should be a good game regardless.
Yes, and like you said, Calder, it's a very even-matched game between two very high-ranking teams here in Hamilton today, so I think we're in for one heck of a show.
Definitely. It's going to be... I'm really looking forward to seeing it because now you know the sun is up, the wind, it's still cold, but the wind is a little less than it was yesterday. So we're going to see more, we have the potential, to see more long passes, long shots, a little more of that, less of a heads-down driving game and the potential for players to play a more fast handoff and long pass and long shot game, which is very interesting to watch in and of itself, and definitely something that both teams are capable of. Maybe not their specialty, but definitely seen it come out of both teams, and both of them something in their repertoire and something we might see today.
Definitely, and that lack of wind might change how both teams play, as you just said. Yeah,
definitely.
So we'll see how the more sun, warmer weather, and lack of wind really change today's game.
Yeah. The ready check is happening as we are about to get underway.
Yes, indeed.
Brooms up is called as they run for the quaff. We see Riley Dwyer picking it up for Guelph. Going to run. Oh, he's going to beat is going to be missed.
Narrowly
he's going to
avoids the bludger.
Going to go behind the hoops. Going to pass. Going to get in the hands of a Queen's chaser. Going to turtle on it as Kyle Ross, keeper, is looking to get possession so that he can claim that beater or that keeper immunity in the keeper zone. That's going to be what happens as he now looks to bring it up. Bludger superiority being maintained also by Guelph. Guelph getting the first possession and the bludgers. Strong start right off of Brooms up, but definitely Queens looking to make an answer here.
It's Queens being very evasive with their moving of the quaffle, moving up, and they get it in with their arms to the hoop. Queen gets the first point, bringing the game to 10-0 for Queens.
Very nice diving shot by Kyle Ross there. He's a player that really kind of sets the tone of the game for Queens. He's their captain and their coach, and definitely somebody to look for and to watch. Because he's one of the better players on the team, and a good guy and a good ref, and yeah.
And from that, one heck of a shot it would seem with the quaffle. Again, Guelph aggressive, looking to get through that Queen's defense. 76 moving through, circling hoops, trying to find a hole in the defense. And Guelph gets it through the hoop, and the goal is good, bringing the score to 1-1, 10-10 on both sides. Calder, a very fast-moving game, it would seem. Only a minute in, but still 2 goals already. Just hot darn, man, hot darn.
And that's what we're seeing. These teams are both, well, it's interesting because Guelph usually keeps games quite low scoring, afforded to their defense. Very good. But both of these teams really coming out today, and look, there's a lot of runs being made, a lot of big hits and strong beating. So we're going to see Kyle Ross now making a tackle on number 22. Going to hang on, but not quite able to take one to the ground. A beautiful shot by the Queen's chaser to knock it to the ground. Queen's keeper, Kyle Ross, now in possession of the ball. Going to be bringing it up. A little bit of a jog. Beater number 64 making a nice beat, clearing out a lane, but Kyle Ross is going to run into resistance from Guelph in the form of Riley Dwyer, who's running between point chasers. We see a shot made. It's going to be tipped out by a Guelph chaser. There's now a scramble on the ground behind the Guelph hoops as it looks like a bit of a scrum. Beater's going to come and clear this out, and it looks like it comes up in the hands of David Liver, chaser for Guelph.
Again, already, even though we're only 2 minutes in, you can see this will be a game with a lot of back and forth between Queens and Guelph. I feel like we will not see a lot of stagnant plays. We'll see a lot of fast breaks back and forth both ways from both teams.
Veteran beater squad, Matt McVeigh and Sam Chomick now coming out. Both of them very strong. You can see the chemistry between them as they both kind of work to zone out 64 and make room for Denver Staines. The trio of them, very strong players. As we see, a beat on Denver. A massive hit by Tyrone Wagler. On to Kyle Ross, right to the ground. Looked like he ran into a wall.
That was a brutal tackle against Queens, I must say. That was a nice, clean hit.
That's huge for Guelph, because Guelph is a team that feeds off of those big hits. You know, we can score and we like it, but those big hits are really what get the bench fired up, and you can see it on their faces. Unfortunately now it seems like we may have an injury on the field. Beater number 2, Sam Chomick, who we were talking about yesterday, didn't quite see what happened, but she isn't getting up.
Yellow card has been called against Queens for hitting below the knees.
It's number 64, Ethan Peters, coming into the bench for 2 minutes. And these beater penalties are can be a real benefit for the team that is on the power play, as it is the team that draws the penalty is incapable of maintaining bludger superiority for the time that they are in the box.
Yes, having a beater out is a massive disadvantage for the minute that you're in the box. It might seem like only 60 seconds, but in that time, so much can change in the game that it could be a real game changer.
Of course. And, of course, a goal would be negating this. So if Guelph were to make a drive on this and score, the Queens would go back to full strength early. We see Quaffle now in the hands of Denver Staines. As the beaters are coming up again. Oh, and Denver's going to make a break. He sees the lane running into 2 Queens players. Going to try and make a pass. Oh, and we see
100 with the goal. A beautiful back and forth between the Guelph chasers. Just beautiful passing back and forth, and then finally getting it through the hoops.
I'm not sure if it was me, but it looked like Denver took a shot to the face. Whether it was an accident or not, definitely looked like something happened there, and not very happy. But as we see,
face beats happen. They suck.
Yeah.
They hurt your face. They hurt your soul. But you know what? They happen. It's just a fact of life. It's a fact of life.
So we see now Queens bringing up Kyle Ross. They're going to make a pass. Oh, just going to go to the hands of chaser number 30. Going to dive on the ground and make an attempt to grab it, but there's too many Guelph chasers there. As we see the ball now hands to Tyrone Wagler. There is no one in front of him. Oh, he's going to run over number 13 as there is a scrum on the ground. Number 13 not happy as this ball is being fought for. Kyle Ross coming off of the ground as Tyrone is fighting for the ball. Peter's going to clear it out. It's now in the hands of chaser Brooke Walker, going to take a beat.
Oh, that was a beautiful scrum.
Everybody
this is all about. It's an absolute bloodbath out there on the pitch right now.
Everybody who picks up this quaffle is taking a beat, and we finally see Queens coming out on top. Quaffle in the hands of number 15, looking to make something happen as Guelph sets up that famous defense of theirs. There's going to be a double whistle on the play.
That was a phenomenal few seconds of Quidditch right there. Like, I think that 10 seconds is what Quidditch is all about. That hectic back and forth. Where's the quaffle? Where's the bludger? Where's my hands? I don't know what's happening. That's what Quidditch is all about for me.
And honestly, you can have the most structured game plan. You can have the best idea of what you're going into, but mayhem like that is always going to happen in a game.
Exactly.
And the great teams are separated from the good teams in the way that they can adapt to that situation and make it work out for them.
Exactly. I once said that you can tell how a good team is, not from how they're doing when things are going well, but how they're doing when things are going poorly. And I think that's what, as you said, separates the good teams from the great teams.
My apologies here. I haven't been updating the scoreboard. Score is 20-10 in favor of Guelph. So we see Kyle Ross taking a shot. It's going to go north of the hoops. Looking to get picked up by number 30. Point chase is going to get blocked away. So number 30 looking to have a clear lane. Bradley Connolly on Guelph stepping up to be a point defender, and they are now going to slow it down, take their time, and try and make something of this. Kyle Ross taking possession, going up the right side of the field. Beater's kind of in a stalemate. Quick pass out to 30. Oh, and a nice play. That's kind of a textbook play for a lot of teams, is a quick pass over. It looks like the goal was called no good, though.
Beat before. Unfortunate.
No good, beat before, as the ball is still in the hands of Queens players behind the hoops. And there's going to be a double whistle on this play. Looking like something happening in the contact there between chaser number 37 on Queens and Jeremy number 100. On Guelph. No call on the play, however, as the ball goes back in the hands of Denver Staines. Score remains 20-10 in favor of Guelph.
Again, but just watching, you can tell both teams are hungry for this win and to advance in the pool. and they get a shot at that gold medal tonight here in Hamilton, Ontario.
Bradley Connolly for Guelph, taking it up. Nice and safe behind his beaters, Zach McDonald and Sam Wyman. Another pair that has very good chemistry together. As we see Bradley Connolly moving up the right side of the pitch. Makes a pass out behind the hoops. Our vision's a little obstructed, but it looks like...
Oh, it's hectic behind the hoops, and they're deep behind the hoops, folks. They're deep behind the hoops.
Looks like there's the Queen's bench calling no beaters as we see Kyle Ross looking to make something happen. He's going to run right past Ryan Yee as he runs into a tackle from Bradley Connolly. That's 2 tackles now. He's broken both of them. A third tackle. Kyle Ross makes a pass.
And it's a goal. Beautiful goal for Queens. The score is now tied at 2020. Just a beautiful offense from that Queens chaser, or keeper, I should say.
Kyle Ross breaking a total of 4 tackles on that. He's down at the end of this play.
It might have cost him some bodily harm.
Oh, he's hitting the ground. The look on his face says, no, I'm fine.
Sheer determination. What a tank.
And that is the grit that we see come out of so many Quidditch players. You know, you may be in pain, you may be hurt, and you go off, but you get right back on. Next shift you get. And that's the grit that comes from Quidditch players, I tell you.
That is grit indeed. What an icon. Broke through 4 tackles, got a goal, might be injured, walks off like a champion.
You see players remounting. Play resumes. Quaffle in the possession of Guelph. Walking up nice and slow. As we see a sneaky number 7, the Queen's keeper, coming in sneakily from behind, looking to make a pick. That number 7, Gabriel Ferreira. An interesting strategy. I've seen it employed by a few teams. Notably, UDEM is one that does that a lot. As we see now, Ryan Yee, number 3, fighting. Oh, he's going to get stripped by number 21 on Queens. 21 making a run, making a cross pass to number 16, who's going to get the ball.
Passes back to the keeper on the Queens team. Oh, with a long pass, almost intercepted by Guelph. Oh, and it seems like Guelph is now turtling the ball. And Guelph is now in firm possession of the quaffle.
Number 21 on Queens, Nathan Reed, with a beautiful strip on Ryan Yee, getting the ball. Unfortunately, no goal off of the play, but that definitely was a capitalization by Queens. A very quick turnaround.
Certainly.
And a response to that beautiful strip by number 21.
Oh, and Guelph being sure to maintain that bludgeon superiority in this game. Nice teamwork from the 2 beaters on Guelph, ensuring that they have control of both bludgers and leaving nothing to chance.
Ryan Fox taking a shot. It's going to go wide, and it looks like it might be out of bounds now as we see Josh Muscat for Guelph diving on the ball. It looks like an out-of-bounds call. Might be a turnover. But regardless, a double whistle on the play. Players are off their brooms.
Don't forget there's a J in it. Like Fred. Yeah, Freyja.
As play resumes, we see a long pass out to the Guelph keeper, who's going to come back to center, resetting the ball all the way almost back to his keeper zone. As the play is reset, smart move by Guelph. Gather their heads, gather everybody kind of back where they should be, and try and make another run at this Queens defense.
Yeah, make sure that all the ducks are in a row before they go for the attack on the hoops.
The beaters going, looks like Guelph running 1.5 now. No, Queens may be running 1.5. I'm not sure. Whatever it was, we see Brian Melchior slamming the quaffle through the hoops for 10 points up for Guelph. Score now 30-20. Queens bringing up the ball in the hands of keeper number 7. Oh, going to make a quick cut around. Going to come back to half. Quick reset. Pass off to 31. And a quick pass back as 31 is ruined by number 14, Ryan Fox. You cannot stand still while that man is on the field, I tell you that. Number 7 makes a quick pass out to the it's going to be a shot
play
through
by Queens. That classic pass.
Despite being in a tackle from Brian Melchior, the goal is called good. And Queens ties it up at 30. And here we see Guelph playing their game. This is where they're starting to get aggressive. 2 big hits in one shift is going to be important for their morale, and especially in a close game like this, where it could go either way.
Yeah, just both teams in a dead heat, just goal for goal. It's going back and forth. It could be, honestly, it could go either way. It's impossible to tell at this point in the game.
The tall hoop has fallen down as Guelph is looking to make something happen. Brian Melchior going to pull a beat, and we're going to see a Queen's Chaser pouncing on the ball. It's going to be in possession of the keeper as the hoops are reset. Valhalla, or my apologies, Queens now making a line change. Important to note, even though the sun is out, the weather is much nicer than yesterday. It is still very cold. Those hits, every hit, every collision are going to hurt.
Oh, yes. No, you feel every beat, every tackle, every hit. You feel everything in this cold weather. Or as you call it in Canada, spring.
We see Queens now making something happen. Number 7 coming back from the right side of the hoops, cutting back and forth a little bit. Looking to get past the Italian stallion, Daniel Longo, going to tie him up as going to make a quick pass out to number 13 behind the hoops. Is going to go back to 7 as Denver Staines looking to pick up this ball in the keeper's zone. There's going to be a double whistle on that play. It's going to be a yellow card on Guelph chaser Daniel Longo for a push from behind. Possession goes back to Queens. Possession going to keeper number 7, Gabriel Ferreira, on Queens. Nobody really in front of him. A lot of the Guelph squad is behind the hoops, as that's where the tussle was at the time of the call. Looks like the closest chaser is going to be Lisa Tubb, who, in order to make the stop, is going to have to run up and make a hit, potentially tie up the quaffle arm before Ferreira can make a shot. Definitely a difficult task, but we see a dab coming out from Lisa. She's not worried. She knows exactly what she needs to do.
And both teams are poised to begin play once again. And Queens wastes no time securing that goal and bringing the score to 40-30 for Queens. Wasting no time at all on that play, just securing that point. I think, yeah, Queens scored again.
This whole game has been call answer, so we've seen the call, and we're seeing an answer now from Guelph. Denver Staines crossing half, bringing up the quaffle. Both beaters, again, that veteran beater squad, Matt McVeigh and Sam Chomick, now back on the field. Number 13 going to tie up Denver in a tackle. That's some relentless point chasing. Denver really not looking like he's too stressed about it.
No,
trying to find a chaser to make a pass to. He's fine resetting this and walking back up nice and slow, taking his time.
Just keeping it nice and cool and mellow. Unfazed as he walks down, swaggers, in fact, down the pitch with quaffle because he knows his beaters have him secured.
Sam Chomick taking out a point chaser, giving Denver a little bit of room to, again, continue moving up. And Denver sees the cut. He's going to make the shot. It's going to be called no good as it's behind the hoops. Going to get picked up by the Queens chaser, who looks like he's trying to make a run.
Oh, yes, the keeper is just hauling it down the pitch, looking for gold.
Oh,
the hero play, fumbles and then drops.
Ground. Another big hit from Guelph, shutting down the Queens offense as the quaffle goes back in the hands of Denver Staines. Guelph going to take a quick line change here, but a double whistle on the
blown. Oh, just an amazing game, honestly.
We're going to see a blue card for Queens beater number 64, Ethan Peters, for throwing a quaffle off the pitch. Oh, but looks like it may be overturned as the speaking captains have their discussion, and the referee's now going to deliberate. For those of you maybe unfamiliar, a beater is not allowed to throw a quaffle off of the pit. Or, of course, they're not allowed to throw a quaffle. They're not allowed to throw a bludger off of the pitch in an attempt to change the flow of the game. So if they make a beat that seems to be at nobody in particular, that is a cardable offense. It's going to be a technical foul, a blue card. So we're going to see number 64, Ethan Peters, now coming into the box. Another beater penalty for Queens. And
Second, in fact.
Second, yeah,
Same,
second
the
one
same
here
beater,
for number
64. Bad boy 64. Once again in the box.
We see Guelph now coming up. Now that they have this advantage, Denver Stain's going to cut around as we see Mag McVeigh tackling a Queens beater, making that lane, and we see is going to go through the hoops. The goal is going to be called good. 10 points up for Guelph as they tie it up.
Again, point for point in this call and answer game. Queens called, Guelph answered, and the game is once again tied.
See number 7, Gabriel Ferreira, going to make a pass behind to number 10. Oh, just north of 10's hands. Going to run back and pick it up. Going to run into interference. Oh, and 10 is going to the ground. Passes it to the Guelph keeper, Denver Stains. Shoveling it off to number 76, hiding it behind his back. David Liver, always the crafty type. Who's got the quaffle? I don't know. Here it comes out. We see the beaters now running interference. As David Liver, coming up for Guelph, looks to make something happen. He's got 2 options on his right, 1 on his left. There's always that run that Guelph is oh so famous for. As we see the beaters looking to clear out. Going to clear out a beater as we see David Liver making a break. Going to shoot for the hoops. Going to go down.
Oh, Guelph eager for that shot on the hoop, but Queens is not giving them the opportunity. Queens is fighting tooth and bloody nail for it. And they turtle the ball. They turtle the quaffle. And Queens, once again, has control of that quaffle. An amazing defense from number 7 of Queens, just giving no quarter to Guelph.
Kyle Ross retaking the pitch at keeper. Crossing half. Both beaters in front of him. Guelph maintaining bludger superiority as 2 beaters are knocked out. We see Kyle Ross cutting, making a break around the right, all the way behind the hoops. Riley Dwyer falling close behind. A pass goes just north. We're going to see the receiving chance to get beat out as we see David Liver making a run. He blocks the beat, and he's going to score. Slam dunk for Guelph.
Guelph
taking the lead.
Takes the lead with 5-40. 50-40. My apologies, folks.
You can hear the Guelph bench. They like that.
I'm sure they do, Calder. What an intense game.
Of course, as we've been saying, it's been call and answer for 15 minutes now.
So it seems like Guelph has called. Will Queens answer?
Queens, Kyle Ross, now running up. Going to run into resistance from number 100, Jer Bear. Driving him back. Going to make a no-look pass. Number 21, just unable to catch it. Fumbles. Oh, and going to fall backwards, unfortunately losing his balance there. Number 21, regaining his feet. Looking to make a break. Coming around, looking for a shot. Cuts inside, over the hoops. And we see people diving for the ball all behind the hoops. Not quite on the hard boundary yet. And it might be there now. As the ball goes in possession of Guelph. We got a player down on the field.
So is that another injury for Guelph?
That looks like it may be number 100, Jeremy Burrows-Balka. With his great stop earlier on in the play, now coming back into a slide. My apologies, not a slide, a dive, trying to keep this quaffle. Not 100% sure what's happened. And I think, looking at this game, I think it's safe to say that this is going to be one that's going to come down to a snitch catch. Both of these teams being very dominant and calling and answering each other's points. It hasn't been. I don't believe it's been more than a 10-point differential at any point in this game.
Oh no, it's been close from the get-go. It's been just back, forth, and at no point has any team had a real lead over the other one in this game.
And interesting, both teams also having very good seeker play. So this is going to be a nail-biter for sure. And a lot on the stakes, a lot on the line here as the winner is going to advance as we are now in bracket play. Loser will not be done. There's going to be, I believe there's still going to be some consolation rounds.
Yes.
Yeah, but the real prize, the podium, lies after a W. So both teams looking to get that, and it's going to come down to their seekers to do it.
Yes, this will certainly be a match that is decided by whose seekers and beaters can communicate and work the best to secure that snitch catch.
Jeremy, now coming off of the field. Replacement is going on as the players retake their positions. Looks like Quaffle is going to be loose on the ground. So there's going to be probably going to end up being a bit of a scramble for it. Oh. As the wind is picking up here now.
Yeah. Getting flashbacks to yesterday.
The quaffle is going in the hands of chaser number 20 on Queens. No, my apologies. Looks like 20-something, 29. It's chaser number 29, dancing around, running actually away from the hoops,
feeds.
trying to make a pass out to 21. Going to get picked up by Kyle Ross, of course. Looking to make something happen. Going to run into 2 tackles.
Again.
A shot and a score by Queens.
Like Teflon, cannot be stopped. Nothing sticks to this man. 15 shakes off 2 tackles by Guelph and gets that beautiful goal in. Again, answering the call by Guelph, tying it up once again.
Time is 16 minutes. The Seekers are now being called to the center line. Snitch going out in 1 minute and Seekers going out in 2, and that's when this game is really going to pick up.
Yes, I feel that once the snitch is on
Queens
play, you'll see a definite beater focus on that snitch.
Queens now taking a timeout here. Oh, stop time. What a 1 minute timer?
Oh, timeout being called. So a 1 minute break into the action.
This could be a crucial timeout for both teams, as this is their chance to recollect themselves. It's been stressful, they've been frazzled, and it's about to get a lot more intense once these Seekers go out.
Oh, it really is. I feel that once the snitch gets on play, you'll see just the beaters just in a dead focus on that snitch, not paying any mind to the quaffle game. You'll see just chasers on chasers, beaters on beaters, Seekers on Seekers. Will be a very divided game, I feel.
Definitely. And the beaters, of course, going to be one of the major deciding factors of this matchup.
Yes.
Of course, whoever maintains blood superiority has the advantage of being able to keep a beater on the Seeker as well as on the quaffle play.
Yeah, no doubt. You'll certainly see the beaters just hungry to make sure that they have control of both the bludgers during this critical point in the game.
And because of that, we're likely going to see more opportunities for hero balls, more no bludger situations for these teams. And as it stands, both teams have been very good at driving, but it seems like Queens has been relying a little bit more on their passing game. Guelph, obviously being known as a very physical team, a very dominant charging team, may find a bit of an edge in this second half, but it's unclear which team is really going to come out on top, and it's all going to come down to the beater game.
It really is. The beater game and that Seeker game. And also just a hint of luck.
Definitely. We see the quaffle now in possession of Queen's keeper, number 36. 36, Alex Crawley, running into Brooke Walker. Going to make a quick pass off to number 21. 21 making a break, sees an opportunity, back to 26. Oh, it's just going to hit the rim of the hoop as it goes into possession of the Guelph keeper.
Oh, and the snitch is now on the pitch. Gordy Noel of McGill is the snitch for this game. An incredible snitch all around. It'll be a very tough game for the Seekers of both teams.
Seekers getting prepared. We have number 15, Kyle Ross, seeking for Queens, and number 222, Riley Dwyer, seeking for Guelph. Number 33 on Guelph, Daniel Longo taking up the quaffle. Cuts around, makes a quick pass out to Brian Melchior is behind. Brian Melchior, very good at taking on multiple people. He's got those go-go gadget arms that just always seem to find the hoop. That's going to be 10 up for Guelph. Queens calling to slow the game down. Give a little bit of help to their Seeker. As Queens currently holds bludger superiority and the advantage in that sense. As Seekers go on in 2 seconds.
Yes, and the Seekers are now on the pitch. Oh, but the double whistle is blown. Another injury for Guelph.
Player down. Looks like a Queens player down behind the Guelph hoops. As the teams, this looks like it could be a call for a medic, so the teams are bringing it into their own and having a bit of a huddle here. This, of course, being the stress point of the game, and it's only going to get worse from here. Queens currently holding bludger superiority, so the advantage in that sense. You know when it's this close that both teams are going to be wanting to commit as much beater play to the Seekers as they can. So that typical Guelph defense, known for its big hits, is going to have to really show up today.
Yes, but for all the fun, Quidditch is a very physical game where injuries are no strangers to any long-term veteran Quidditch player.
So you see the medics take the field. Player still down. Unclear of what exactly happened. It doesn't look like there was a double whistle called. So likely not a dirty hit and more of just an unfortunate fall,
accident, yes.
Unfortunately do happen.
They happen, unfortunately. It seems that the wind is picking up here in Hamilton. That might affect some later games. So Calder, overall, what are your thoughts on the tournament been?
I thought it's been very good. It was unfortunate last year having yesterday.
How time flies, Calder. How time
my mind
flies.
is still in Victoria, I tell you. It was kind of unfortunate yesterday having to cut the second half post shuffle and just kind of going in with the standings as they stood. It was a significant amount of games cut, but it was necessitated by the weather. A difficult call for Quidditch Canada to make, but ultimately I believe to be the right
correct
one.
call. I believe
Yeah,
so
definitely.
too. Yes.
The hoops unable to even stand on their own, and it is difficult because the hoops, no matter how you can put things on the bases to hold them up, but there's usually so much contact that happens around the hoops that it is a problem of what do you put on the base that somebody could viably like smash their face off of and not lose all their teeth.
That is true. Like these hoops, they do the best, but they are very top heavy and very prone to falling over. And when the wind's that bad, you really can't play Quidditch.
Definitely.
Unfortunately.
Fortunately, it looks like it's cleared up for us today. We've had blue skies most of the day.
It's a beautiful day here in my hometown of Hamilton.
Temperatures dropped, but the sun is out, and it seems like people are warming up.
Okay. I'm having a fun time.
Let's talk about the city of Hamilton.
Yes.
Our gracious hosts. Beautiful point. Beautiful point in Ontario. We're sitting here just with a beautiful view right on the edge of the escarpment.
Yes, the beautiful escarpment, famous landmark in Hamilton, that literally separates uptown from downtown, with uptown being up the mountain and downtown being physically down the mountain. It's something, as a Hamilton native, I've always quite enjoyed.
I really didn't know that. That's hilarious.
No, it's as a Hamilton native, it's something I really enjoy. Just it tickles the heart.
Yeah, definitely.
Tickles the heart.
Definitely. Definitely a big step forward for Canadian Quidditch and Quidditch as a sport in general. Being able to compete in Tim Hortons Stadium, home of the Hamilton Tiger Cats. Beautiful venue. Unfortunately, was hoping for the seats to. I was kind of hoping for full grandstands. I'm not sure what happened, but no, we're very, very thankful for all the fans coming out and everybody tuning in from home. This has been great, and it's amazing to see a sport that is so young and can be so niche gather such a following in such a short time.
Also, a big thanks to Hamilton and Tourism Hamilton for having Quidditch Nationals being hosted in your lovely city.
Definitely.
But yeah, it's great seeing such a neat and such a niche and sort of nerdy sport being so popular and being so well received both within and outside the community.
And we've been seeing a lot of movement away from the Harry Potter aspect of it. Of course, we always have that in our roots, but Quidditch has become, in recent years, much more legitimate and much more athletically focused. I know.
Yes, very much so.
I'm not sure about your team, but I know we have plenty on our team that have have never seen Harry Potter movies, have never read the books, and they're here purely for the athletic component of it, which I think is fantastic.
I agree.
Building legitimacy as a sport, I'm a big fan of it, and I think it's good. And I think Quidditch Canada has also been taking steps to improve that and make Quidditch a more legitimate sport in the eyes of the general public, which I think has definitely been a cause that's helped by the fact that we are currently playing in Ticat Stadium in Hamilton, which I still haven't been able to wrap my head around, to be honest.
So yeah, when I say, oh, I play Quidditch, people, they chuckle and laugh, but then they see the match and see how serious and intense the game really gets, and how it is in many ways a serious sport with very active, competitive teams.
And I think the turning point for a lot of people is when they find out that Quidditch is a full contact sport.
That was a surprise to me when I joined a few months ago. I thought, oh, Quidditch, that sounds kind of fun. I'll give it a shot. And I saw just how bloodthirsty they are sometimes. It's quite terrifying at times.
Definitely, but I wouldn't have it any other way. I come from a rugby background, so I'm thankful to be able to play contact sports. As we see now, the Queens player up and walking off with a bit of support from their teammates. Potentially, because of that, looks like it may be an injury to the leg. But weight going on both feet, so we're unsure what the actual injury was. No call is being made on that play, so we're going to retake the field, remount, and resume play.
And again, the Seekers have been out for a whole 6 seconds, so it's still very much a young, fresh game.
Score currently sitting at 60-50, within snitch range for both teams. So a catch is going to be what decides this game, if you ask me.
Definitely.
Unless one team begins to run away with it, which it doesn't look like.
I don't see that happening, Cole. Not today. Both teams are too evenly matched for that to be happening today.
Number 22, Brian Melchior, bring up the quaffle, sees the lane. He's going to attempt to break attack from number 21. Number 21 holding on very tight. Brian Melchior spinning out. He's still being bogged down as he finally hits the ground. Retaking his feet, going to pass it off to Chalandra Wood. Again, a quick shovel to Daniel Longo. And it looks like the quaffle is going to end up in possession after an unfortunate drop. As the seeker play comes out in front of the commentators' table, we see Kyle Ross now getting a little bit of alone time with the snitch. A good beat by number 44. Very smart beating the Guelph beater so that she could not beat the Queen Seeker. Very complicated, but a very good play as we see some play around Guelph's hoops. Quick passes by Queens. Gonna have a whistle on the play.
But it seems like that is a goal for Queens, and we're looking to see, was there a attempted stitch catch? Are they deliberating right now? Oh, they are.
Oh, the snitch is in. No, that's a headband.
That is a headband.
Apologies.
Never mind. That is a headband.
That's a headband.
Sorry, folks.
We see number 64 for Queens, Ethan Peters, taking the field in place of number 15, Kyle Ross. We see Brian Melchior now looking to answer this as the score has been tied up by Queens. Going to have 3 Queens players on him. He's still running. Quick pass out to Nicole Berdusco. 10 points up for Guelph.
A quick answer reply to the Queens goal by Guelph. Just amazing playing out there. And it's times like this, like where as a chaser, all you can do is focus on your job and just get the points you can get. Because right now it's out of their hands. All they can do is just rack up the points and try to increase the differential for their team. It's all down to the beaters and the seekers now. It's all down to the beaters and to the seekers.
Double whistle is called. We're unsure about what exactly is going on here, but we see beater Sam Wyman from Guelph coming off of the field. Number 25, Kaylin Beddings is coming in to replace her. So we see a little bit of celebration from Guelph.
Some camaraderie over on the Guelph team between Fox and, I can't read that name from here.
Brian, that's Melchior.
Melchior.
I believe I'm pronouncing that right. I'm sorry, Brian, if I'm not and you're watching this later. Brian actually is somebody who watches all of the games that he can get his hands on. He puts in a lot of game film time, a lot of study. He definitely knows this game inside and out and can tell you pretty much anything you want to know about another team that we're playing against. So very knowledgeable guy.
Correct me, but is Melchior a reference to Lord of the Rings?
No, that's his last name.
Oh!
Yeah.
Never mind then, Melchior. I apologize. That's a phenomenal last name. Good job to you and your family.
We see Melchior now making a swat, looking to strip the ball from chaser number 13. On Queens, going to pass it off to 36, the keeper. Crawley looking to make something happen. Going to cut left. Going to run into Nicole Berdusco. Who's going to try and make the stop. Giving him some grief, but he's definitely behind the hoops. Going to spin out of a tackle. And she is hanging on to him.
Queens.
He's going to make a shot. It's going to get blocked by Mr. Go-Go Gadget, who's going to come up and make the hit.
Queens hungry. They're right at the door. Victory. Can they get it? Oh!
To the ground. Looks like it's going to be in possession of Brian Melchior. passing the ball off to Ryan Fox. Very sneaky. I don't think anyone on Queens even sees him coming as he's looking. Oh, he's going to unfortunately trip and drop the ball.
Seizes the quaffle once again.
Very bit of a sneaky move from Ryan Fox there. Tough guy to see coming, but once he hits you like a freight train, I tell you. Oh, a near catch by Riley Dwyer. As we see the Seeker game picking up. Number 13 has possession of the quaffle for Queens. Moving up, quick pass to 7. Oh, a pass behind the hoops. Oh, and it's not even need to be a pass. It's going to be a shot, and it's going to go in. Queens ties it up once again.
Again, as we're saying, call, answer. It's an evenly matched, dead heat sort of game.
Denver Staines cutting around, looking to make something happen. He's going to run into one Queens player behind the hoops. Running all the way around, taking a lap as he comes. 2 people hit the ground. He does a back roll, still holding the quaffle. Hand through the hoop. Denver Staines, the man, the monster, scores for Guelph as we have a double whistle on the play.
Again, we're really seeing that with the lack of beaters, that the chasers of both teams are just getting points like it's nobody's business, just racking up that scoreboard really fast. Now the beaters are occupied with maintaining BS and focusing on that Seeker game.
We're going to see a yellow card issued to number 7, Gabriel Ferreira, for Queens. Going to be no time served because of the goal, but we're unsure of what the offense was. Above the neck? Getting confirmation, the offense was contact above the neck in that tackle. A lot of bodies flying there. I had trouble following it.
That's what I.
Props to the referees for being able to pick out those offenses. It's a very important job and very difficult job they have.
Yeah, and that's why there are, in fact, actually 5 referees on the pitch at one time. There's the goal refs, plus the ones for beaters and chasers, because it's just that hectic out there. No one person could keep track of all this action.
We see number 7 running over a Guelph chaser, running over a second Guelph chaser. Oh, but gonna hit the post. Oh, that's heartbreaking after 2 fantastic broken tackles. Oh, we're gonna see an unfortunate hitting of the ball into the stock of the hoop by the ball carrier. Gonna get a second chance here as we see Brian Melchior coming off with a penalty. Contact from behind being the call on number 22, Brian Melchior, as Queens is going to take that point and tie it up once again. 8-7 in favor of Queens, or in favor of nobody. Wait, no, 8-8. Oh my gosh.
It's 8-8. Oh,
my
it's
apologies, yes.
Sorry,
yeah.
the game was moving just too fast for us to keep track of.
The score, confirmation if you're confused, the score is 80-80. Brian Melchior with a battle cry as he runs down the pitch, breaks one tackle, got 2 people hanging off him. He's looking to make something happen. He's going to hit the ground, going to pass it out. It's going to get picked up off the ground by chaser number 29.
Yes.
Bodies flying everywhere. Shalandra Wood turtles on top of the ball, trying to make something happen. Looking to pass it out. It's going to get picked up by chaser number 6 on Queens. Delivers it to Gabriel Ferreira, number 7, who's making a run. Brian Melchior going to try. One broken tackle, 2 broken tackle. Brian Melchior is on the ground as Queens takes the point.
Oh, it seems like there's another possible injury on the pitch.
That was number 7, Gabriel Ferreira, bowling over both Nicole Berdusco and Brian Melchior, who has not gotten up yet for the point. A very nice run. Queens definitely proving that they can play a physical game, a charging. Charging is illegal, but a driving driving game against such a notorious driving team.
Yes,
definitely really showing up to play here. Both teams, of course, we've been saying it all game, very evenly matched.
Yes. But what's unmatched is this wind. Good, I must say. Wow, it is windy, and it's just picking up.
It is picking up. Unfortunately, fortunately, our tents are not flying away as they were yesterday. But definitely the wind going to be a factor in the passing game for these teams. And we've been seeing it playing out on the pitch. A lot of heavy drives from both teams, crashing the hoop, hand through the hoop kind
of action. A lot
of
hero plays, just diving through the hoops, just because you can't trust, in wind like this, you cannot trust a long Hail Mary shot anymore.
It's true. Brian Melchior now coming off of the pitch again. Injured his ankle yesterday a little earlier on in the tournament. Looks like he's putting weight on it just fine. But definitely coming off the pitch, replacement coming on.
It's a cold day out here.
No call on the play there, as we see the score 90-80 in favor of Queens. Denver Staines subbing in for Brian Melchior, bringing up the quaffle. Doesn't see any beers in front of him, and this is where Denver shines.
Oh.
He goes, pulls one player over, going to run around the hoops, taking a lap, makes a shot, and it's going to look.
Looks like it's no good.
Looks like the goal is no good. Lisa Tubb making shots, getting it blocked by Gabriel Ferreira now in the hands of a Queens chaser. Denver Staines hanging around, looking for the ball to pop out. Now he's trying to pull it out.
And again, with no beaters, it's all up to the chasers to ensure that the quaffle stays with Queens.
We see Queens now taking possession as the snitch play continues, and this has been definitely a savage snitch game, as the beaters have just been very prudent on staying on both of the seekers.
Again, Gordy Noel, the snitch giving both seekers a run for their money. Make sure that no one gets an easy catch off of him.
We see Queens, however, coming up, putting up the first 2-point lead in the game. Up now 100-80 as the snitch is just throwing people to the ground.
No, Gordy the tank, he is just a man who does not want to be traveled with. He uses his long arms to make sure that you keep your distance away from him when he's snitching.
Definitely.
Definitely.
And we see the quaffle now being put up. Quick goal by Brooke Walker. So quick, even I didn't see it coming. Very good play from Guelph, sneakily coming in and making that shot, bringing it again to a 10-point game. See, the Seekers are now in the middle of the field. The snitch kind of standing right towards the center.
Beautiful beats by both teams.
Quaffle being brought up by number 7, Gabriel Ferreira for Queens. Gonna look for a break, gonna run into Ryan Yee. Quick shovel off to 21 as 2 people commit to the tackle. It's gonna be a quick shot through. Queens up 10.
Another point for Queens, so the score is now, again, with a 20-point lead, Queens 110 to Guelph 90.
We see David Lyman looking to answer this. He breaks one tackle. Oh, his shot is going to get blocked and it's going to get dove upon. We're going to see, it looks like a call for play to stop. The snitch is in the hands of seeker number 64, Ethan Peters for Queens.
But is the catch good? We shall find out shortly. A beautiful game of Quidditch from both sides, honestly. Catch is no good. Play will resume.
Catch being ruled, yes. Oh my gosh. Catch being ruled no good means both teams still have to play. Guelph getting another chance at life here as the Seekers definitely getting tired. Snitch getting equally tired.
Although Gordy, all I know from the first stamina, he will not go down easy.
No. So we see Riley Dwyer now coming in. Seeker for Guelph, getting a little bit of alone time. Number 21 looking to make a drive. If number 21 scores this, so Queens has now scored. They are now up 30, so a pull by Guelph would tie the game, putting it into overtime. Guelph needing to put up a point here if they want to win. If they want to win right off the pull. We see Brian Melchior coming up back on the pitch after going off with an injury. Coming around, looking to score. He puts it through the hoops. That's going to be 10 points up for Guelph. This game is back in range. Guelph now looking to make a pull. As we see Peters getting a little bit of alone time with the snitch going to get beat up by Sam Chomik, number 2. Peters still very prudent on these seekers. We're going to get a double whistle on the play here.
A blue card for Guelph. So that's 1 minute. That's 1 minute in the box for their beater.
And those we've said it early in this game. Those beater penalties can be very bad. That's spelled bad news for a team, especially while the Seekers are on.
Yes, like I tell you this, having a beater could be life or death for Guelph.
So the call there on number 2, Sam Chomik, deceptive fisting. This is I'm getting news that this is Sam Chomik's first card in 7 years. Very clean player, but We're all subject to some mistakes.
Okay. At the end of the day, we're all just animals. We're all just animals.
Seeing both teams now looking to make up for this. That Guelph defense very capable. There's going to be the snitch ball is going to fall off of the shorts. No catch made as Gabriel Ferreira for Queens coming up, running around, looking to make something happen up near half. We see a quick pass off to number 17, not going to quite get it as Brooke Walker is going to try and make a tackle, tying her up. Number 17, quick pass off to number 10. Looking to see, going to run into Denver Staines. He's going to pass it back to Gabriel Ferreira, number 7. Ferreira coming around the left side, resetting. Tyrone Wagler in front of him. Going to cut around, running into Brooke Walker, notoriously good at reading offensive players. Going to make a quick pass to number 17. 17 now looking for a pass, and this seems to be the same story of a Queens player getting tied up and passing back for a reset. Number 17 once again being tied up by Nicole Berdusco on Guelph. Going to take a pass out behind. There's number 29. 29 unobstructed is going to miss the hoops. Tyrone Wagler gets the ball stripped as we see number 10 slide in. There's going to be a scrum on right in front of the Guelph hoops. Denver Staines looking to get possession as keeper. Tyrone not letting that ball go as we see the snitch is in the hands of Riley Dwyer, number 222 for Guelph. It's 100 to 120. This pull could mean victory for Guelph and advancement.
Yes, this decision determines who wins the game. So the referees and the snitch deliberate about whether it was good or not. It seems like there's some contention, but it all comes down to this call. If it's good, Guelph will win, but if not, the play will continue.
Catch is good.
Catch
Guelph
is good.
wins. Final score 130 to 120. Guelph going to advance.
Bossy, just amazing, phenomenal playing from both sides. Queen should not be discouraged. That was amazing playing on both teams.
That game being within 10 points for almost its entirety.
Could have gone either way. I think we both know that. Honestly, Guelph did an amazing job. Congrats to them. They were amazing on the snitch. But honestly, anyone's game.
Yeah, and that's it's not the death pool for nothing. These teams evenly matched. Guelph eking out a victory, and this has just been a phenomenal game of Quidditch. Big hits from both sides, big runs from both sides, big passes,
big emotions, big plays. But Guelph ultimately came out on top this day in Quidditch history.
As the players shake hands now, we're gonna see. We're going to see a lot of smiles on the Guelph. Smiles on behalf of Queens, too. They've played a great tournament.
They really have.
Both teams just having a lot of fun and enjoying the game of Quidditch and how fortunate we are to be out here to have some decent weather and be getting to play Quidditch.
Yeah. So I've been Isaiah.
And I'm Calder Schweitzer.
Signing off, and have a great day.
Thank you very much for tuning in.